And we are live. What's up, y'all? And welcome to Overflow, the Everyday People Show. This is the only show with me, you, your mama, cousin, too, get to come on and just chop it up. Today, we got a lot to chop up, man. We're going to get into the Joe Biden dropping out of the race and handing the keys to Kamala Harris. What are your thoughts on Joe dropping out? And do you think Kamala Harris can drive this car to the finish line? Also, we're going to talk about the shooting that happened. Tonya Massey, she was shot. She was murdered by seemed like a road cop, man. It was a senseless murder. I'm going to play a little bit of the video, a little length of the video, so y'all can see how it all transpired. But regardless of how it transpired, she was murdered in her own home. She called the cops. They killed her, man, in her own home. And it also touches on mental health, man. I think she was having some mental health issues, but that don't excuse the cop for what they did. And like I said, we're going to talk about Kamala Harris. We're going to talk about JD Vance. Do you think women without children should have a say-so in this election? JD Vance seemed to think so. And also, y'all, we got a lot to chop up. We're going to chop it up. I got a few people going to come in today, help your boy out. As you can see, my co-host, she's not here today. She is a school teacher, so they have they have open house today, and she will be in a little late today. But I'm going to have to hold it down for her. Until then, I'll be right back. Until then, we're going to get into the theme song. I'll be right back, y'all. iPhone users are kind of like try to be like bougie people in crowd type people. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying what I'm saying, man.
You about to step on the toe.
From the black women I see, they don't have that patience like that. You know what I'm saying? But white women, they'll take it on the chin.
Well, okay. Well, this is...
Any of y'all got the Trump Bible?
Or the
shoes? The man selling. The man. Let me tell you about Trump. One thing about Trump, Okay, so I'm back. We were having a couple of issues with the theme song, probably because I got something else running in the background. I also have the Kamala Harris live feed running in the background. She's currently in Atlanta today with a large crowd, man. When Atlanta show up, they show out, man. Let me see, can I put that back on the screen? Let me see. Yeah, so this is This is Kamala Harris live in Atlanta. I'm gonna try to look at it a little bit while I chop up these topics. But anyway, I'm gonna bring my boy in, man, Mr. Dante Charles in the building.
What's happening?
What's up, Mr. Charles?
Hey, my brother, how are you?
I'm good, my brother. I'm good. I'm blessed, man. Blessed.
Indeed.
How was your trip, man?
Oh man, it was fabulous, man. You need that getaway, man. Gotta have a getaway time.
I know that's right. Let me get you on a bigger full screen, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody just special. You know what I'm saying? But it's good to see you, man. I miss you. I miss you out at the field this week.
Man, I was telling Bo, man, I try so hard every year, man. It seemed like I be scheduled out of town every time we have the Harper event, man. And I was so set of wanting to come this year, man. I forgot that the dates ran into when I would be out of the country. So we had just gotten back like night before last. And my mom told me all about it. She was real excited. You know, she attended and everything. So I'm setting my calendar a year in advance to make sure I'm there next year.
All right, Dundee, tell everybody, tell them about your book, man. The book you wrote, man. Put your little plug while you're writing it.
Impact of America, man. Impact of America deals with everything we're dealing with right now, from politics to religion to race to culture to African American history. You name it. Religion, beliefs. You name it. Just a really great read, real informative information. just kind of help enlighten us. And we all need the real meat and potato type of information these days. We don't need any more bull crap. We've been fed enough bull crap, so we need solid evidence-based and research-based information.
Yeah, y'all, it's a real great read, man. I read the book, and we also interviewed Dante on one of the shows. Y'all can go to the archives. Y'all can go to YouTube and find the interview with Dante, talking more in depth about the book. So, Dante, man, are you paying attention to the political hoopla that's going on, man?
I am pretty much, man. Some parts of it, and then some parts I'm not. I think I've been poisoned a little bit from the election times when Trump ran the first time, and dealing with all those idiots and different people and their different way of thinking politically, and I learned so much then that so many of us are out of touch politically. So many of us are out of touch historically. So it's just so much that we don't know. There's so much information that we're fed that's misinformation, that's not accurate. There's no truth or validity to it at all. And it seems that we love to attach ourselves and draw closer to the propaganda, the stuff that has no validity to it, no solid evidence to it, and it's like it's trendy to fall for the foolishness than to take the time to research what the real truth is. And I think we love the trendy, the fascinating stories that's not hitting on the hill of beans.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. This is exactly. She's gonna pull you up with her in it too. I don't want to. I don't know if you on the Kamala train or not.
yeah, I am. I'm with her. Yeah, I posted on my timeline. I'm with her.
So you with her?
I'm with her. Yeah, I'm with Campbell. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with her too, man. So I can't pull up at one time. So
yes, indeed.
Yeah. So here's if y'all watching this live, please just share it. That's all I ask y'all to do, ma'am, sir. And if y'all want to come on and chop it up with me and Dante, just shoot me something in the comment section, and I'll try to get y'all the link to come on in live. My partner ain't here yet, so me and Dante gonna have to hold it down till she get here. Yeah. I usually use her to kind of like play off of.
Yeah.
Because I ain't much of a talker. I like to talk, but I ain't that much of a talker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's all good, man. It's plenty to be discussed, I tell you.
So Dante, what are your thoughts on Joe Biden dropping out of the race? At first he was kind of like trying to be defiant. Be defiant about staying in. And then I finally came to his senses.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that, brother?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I think ultimately I think it was a good idea. But I don't want us to get mixed up that he was his mind was bad. His mind is in good tact. Because if you watch now, you have to think about he's 81 or 82 years old, right?
Let's just say he's up there.
He's up there, right? And for a man that age to be able to stand the stamina that he had for an hour and a half during the last what do you call it?
The last debate.
Well, where it was just him. It was just him to answering the moderator's question. It wasn't with Trump. But that
talking about the interview.
Yeah, the interview. And really, man, he was really on point with everything. I mean, you're talking about foreign affairs. He's recalling dates, occurrences, times. I mean, for his age, I think we got mixed up with the stutter, the speech, the struggle that he was having.
Yeah, the optics.
With what comes with age, but the content that was coming out of his mouth, man, he knew exactly what he was talking about. He wasn't forgetting anything. He didn't have any issues with, memory or remembering where he first left off. I mean, he was on point all the way to the end of that interview, man. And so I don't want us to get that confused and think that, his mind was going bad. No, he is aging. We knew he was aging when we voted for him 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So that shocker just kind of baffled me of why everybody was, acting all brand new about that. But all in all, I think he made a good decision just for the fact that we do need someone strong. He's still going to be there, in the corner, helping to lead the
Mm-hmm.
and I think what helped was when his colleagues, when other Democrats, started pulling him to the side and say,
Yeah.
"Hey,
Yeah.
look, it's about that time." And so
Yeah.
I agree ultimately, that it was time for him to go ahead and step down.
Yeah, because pretty much for me, I think it was the optics,
Yeah.
and they just kept replaying these things of his wife having to have him off the stage. I mean, and look good because you want the president to project some kind of strength, right?
Right, exactly.
So I agree with you that there's nothing wrong with his mind.
Yeah.
It's just his motor skill just ain't where you just don't expect the president to be, falling down and
right.
and it's just not a good look, man.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
but like you said, he can recall all the he can recall all the policies and he know what he's talking about. He's a very smart man. Obviously, he know all the policies because he's been in politics for a very long time. And I'm glad he kind of like came to his senses, man, and realized, look, you got to do this about the party, and it's not about it's not about your personal ambition. Because sometimes we think we can do stuff, and a lot of times, even in our own lives, we think we can do stuff that we really can't do. You know what I'm saying? And we fall flat on our face.
Yeah.
And I think, no pun intended, that it's kind of like what he was doing,
Mm-hmm. And that shows the difference between him and Trump. Because Trump, you would never get him to admit.
Oh, he ain't never dropping out, man.
No, he'll never do that. So
because I think his reasoning for running is totally different. I think Trump is just trying to avoid some kind of legal issues. That's the only reason he's running,
Yep. And if he gets in, he can erase a lot of that too. With these ideas of becoming, a king type of dictatorship type thing. Yeah, he can really mess up some things.
Yeah, so that's a big part of him running, period. And a lot of Trump supporters, they don't get it, man, because we've never seen a guy lose and try to come back and win. I mean, Hillary Lawson, she didn't try to come back.
That's right.
I mean, it was a foregone. What they call it is an unwritten rule that when you lose, you just move on out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Move on out. Yeah. You don't claim victory and you know that you lost. I mean, it's just crazy all the way around, man.
Yeah, and it's a lot to say about him, man. That cat. And I promise you, man. And sometimes I go on TikTok and I just listen to some of these Trump supporters live, and I'd be amazed at the thought process.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, man. And but they say, your audience tells on you. So usually the audience is not far from who the person is that they put in office. So I mean, so look at this. So when Obama was in office, if you notice the type of supporters he had, look at the caliber of people that supported him, black and white.
Yeah.
They were intelligent people. They were career-minded type people. They were people with character, things like that, And then look at Trump supporters, that, a lot of them think they're intelligent. A lot of them think they're smart, but, a lot of them are air brains. And you realize it when you talk to them. You realize how much they don't know, how much they really are not enlightened and educated on when you talk to them. And that's the majority of his audience.
Yeah, and they don't know the issues. It
They
seems
really
like
don't.
it's like a personal. They want to regain something. They feel
Yeah.
like they lost something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They want to try to come back and pick it up. You know, it's kind of like a dude who messed up with a woman.
Yeah.
And you know, and they say, "Hey, baby, I cleaned myself up. You know, can I come back home?" You know, and she's like,
Yeah.
"No, you
Yeah.
you don't get a second chance
Yeah.
with me." You know,
No,
but
no. And I mean, put up with all kind of foolishness and just crap, man. Just
yeah,
terrible representation of America, man. Terrible representation of America. And all the world sees it and realizes it. You know, that's what they don't get. They just don't get that. You know, that everyone knows just really how foolish we're being. Giving this man, he should have never been able to run again. You know, that's just
no, he should have never been able to run
that he is
again.
actually running, you know, and allowed
Yeah,
to by our country, especially all that happened, you know, under his watch, all that happened from him, you know, projecting this type of hate and discord and confusion and things like that, and the fact that we're still entertaining them, man, it's crazy.
yeah, I agree with what Deron Levitt say. They are idiots. Trust me,
Yeah,
I live in the
yeah,
heart of them. They cannot form their own opinion,
nope,
and I
you're
think so.
absolutely right.
Yeah, he's absolutely right, man.
Yeah,
If y'all want to come on live and chop it up, please just let me know y'all want to come on live, and I can bring y'all up. But if you don't, feel free to continue to comment. Well, whatever you do, please share this live, ma'am, sir. I'm joined here with my boy Dante
yeah.
Charles in the building, man. This man here, he's an entrepreneur, author. This guy does it all, man. Like I said, I told his mom. I saw his mom this weekend at the high school reunion, man. How proud I told her how proud we were of you, man, and I really am, man. You know, a lot of people don't like to tell people, you know, why they hear how proud they are, man. And I'm
Wow,
very proud of you, brother. You
I
know,
appreciate that, man.
because basically, because we come from like the same kind of place. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
We had the same type of chance, the same
that's right.
education.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right.
And I couldn't be
Right.
more proud of you, my brother. You
Oh man,
know,
I appreciate it, man. And I'm proud
doing
of proud of
big things, traveling the world, man, and a lot of y'all don't know he hit that Barry White too now. So, but I ain't gonna put you on the spot today, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I think they forgot, man. I think they forgot that I used to sing to the Queen and all that, the chorus, man.
Yeah, man, you should do it all, man.
Yeah.
You just a philanthropist type dude. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing this dude can do, man. Don't estimate it now. Don't estimate his humbleness. You know.
Yeah.
But anyway, man, I'm gonna try to stay on topic, bro. But I had to give you your flowers, man. You know. So what are your thoughts on Kamala? You know, your thoughts on Kamala's.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what I was explaining to someone before. You know, there was you always have these people debating senseless points. And there's one young lady on Facebook, and she wants to debate, you know, why didn't we support and vote for Kamala the first time and things like that. And so what I explained to her is like there's timing for different people. There's timing and purpose for different people. Then was not Kamala's time. Okay. Biden had the experience. He had the leadership experience. He had the political experience that exceeded Kamala's. He had also been in an 8-year term with Obama. So he had his feet wet. He was submerged in everything that's going on, especially foreign affairs, you name it, man, policies, the whole nine. So it was obvious that he would be the better leader at that time. Now, he did a phenomenal thing by making her the runner-up, the vice president. That was awesome. And
Mm-hmm.
so now it has come to fruition that now it is her time to get in the game. You know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
everybody's not gonna start, but you have an awesome second string person. So when that first QB falls out, then you got a dynamic person to come in and fill the shoes and do what she's able to do. I think she's going to do outstanding because she has an extensive resume. I think she's very intelligent for what we need in America. We don't need a Trump. We don't need any dummies in office. We don't need idiots in office. We need an intelligent person in office. She's a woman. She's going to make history because of that. She's a woman. Then she's an ethnic woman. And also, I'm going to tell you, with that Asian side, she may pick up another population of voters. She may get a lot of Indians to the polls. So it's a lot of ways to think about this. Then she's a woman. So that's a population, black and white. And then she's HBCU. So there's so many things, about her characteristically, man, that makes her a great candidate. But then also because of the experience she's had, in politics, in being a prosecutor and things like that. The other thing I don't like us to get mixed up on, man, and we do this a lot as Black people. We like to count things against them for what they did in the past and not know the whole story behind why she made a decision that, may have caused the person to go to prison for a while, things like that. Right. So the thing is, you don't take one situation in person's entire career and make your decision that she's a bad person for Blacks. I just think that's foolish. They did the same thing with Biden because of his stand. Clinton, all those guys, they fought against that crack epidemic. They were mad at Clinton because he called them it was him or Biden that called them predators and things like that. But see, here's the hard thing that we as Blacks we can't stand doing. We want to raise our fists and beg for the support for when we're mistreated, okay, which we should get that support. But when we are not responsible for our foolish actions, we still want that same support. And the thing is, 9 times out of 10, now what I remember about the crack epidemic and examples close to that, we begged for the United States to do something because at that time, Black women and kids were dying from crack and from the drug pushers that was putting it out on the street. We begged them to do something about it because it had gotten completely out of control. And so when they go to act on that, my point is sometimes y'all, sometimes we ain't doing right. Sometimes we're not always in a place of where we can throw up the fist and get this support and no, don't vote for her, this, that, and the other. No, sometimes Negroes need to stop acting a damn fool. Sometimes we need to stop doing things that's illegal, that's against the law. You know what I'm saying? We got to get out of this supporting foolishness. We got to get away from that, man. Stand up for something that's right. Don't count a person out just because of an act that they did one time during their entire career, especially if you don't understand or know all the details behind what she did. You know what I'm saying? We're just prone to following what we hear other people say. That's what we love to do.
Let me welcome in the political agitator, man, my boy Jermaine Vining in the building, man. And I'm just Jermaine. I know you looking like I know you probably got a different take, but I'm not going,
that's the beauty of perspective.
I'm not gonna steal your thunder, so yeah.
I'm just listening, man.
Yeah.
Let me do this. Let me do this for a second. Kamala, I'm gonna run to the door and let Jenny in. Kamala's doing she's live in Atlanta right now. I'm gonna drop in for a second, y'all. I'm just gonna play a little bit, Jermaine. You just gotta take a little bit of it. Let me run to the door right quick.
And if you go to KamalaHarris.com, you can help us build on that success. So the momentum in this race is shifting. And there are signs that Donald Trump is feeling it. you may have noticed. So last week, you may have seen, he pulled out of the debate in September he had previously agreed to. So here's the thing. Here's the funny thing about that. So he won't debate, but he and his running mate sure seem to have a lot to say about me. And by the way, don't you find some of their stuff to just be plain weird? Well, Donald, I do hope you'll reconsider to meet me on the debate stage. Because as the saying goes, if you've got something to say, say it to my face.
Okay, y'all, we back, man. I see Jermaine. He can take too much of Kamala talking. So, so anyway, y'all, welcome to the stage. Welcome to the live. Oh, Jenny finally made it.
Hey everybody.
I'm gonna have to dock her pay. She gonna get docked. I'm gonna dock her pay for being late like that.
Oh my gosh, it's been a long
But anyway,
day.
Jermaine, I wanted to get your take on what we was talking about, man. What's your take on the whole thing? Biden dropping out and Kamala getting the keys, man. She's driving the car now.
Yeah, I mean, y'all know how I feel. I mean, y'all been rocking with me. Well, we've been rocking with each other.
But let me say this though. Let me say this before. I'm gonna give you your props because you told us months ago that Joe was having some issues.
I mean,
I got it now. And I said if it come down to it, I'll man up and say you was warning us about this, and it came to fruition. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, Stevie Wonder could have saw this, but you know, it's just funny that they get us so worked up and divided every 2 to 4 years. So it's 2 years when you do the Congress and Senate and all that shit, and then it's 4 years for the national elections or whatever. I mean, it's all political theater. I mean, so if you get yourself all worked up about it, I don't get worked up about it no more. I just, it is what it is, because both of them, Trump, he gonna get up there, he's gonna lie. Kamala Harris, she's gonna get up there, she's gonna lie, or whoever the political candidate is, they're gonna lie. They never do anything for the American people. So to get caught up in getting all angry, like I see some people getting angry, and you got a lot of black women saying, "Oh, I made a post a few minutes ago. It's like we all have had jobs and we've all had our performance evaluated. So, but now all of a sudden, when performance is evaluated and criticized, it's considered hate. I don't understand that. I mean, at my job,
what do you mean? What you mean by that?
But because people criticize her record or whatever she's done in the past or whatever, how is that considered hate? If she's a political candidate, why can't why can't her record and stuff be under scrutiny just like anybody else? What is it, because she's a black? Is it because she's a woman? I mean, my question to anybody who's supporting her or whatever is, are you supporting her because she's the best candidate, or are you supporting her because you just hate Trump? I mean, because if you're supporting her because you just hate Trump, then you're being politically ignorant. Because
that could be a lot of people's reason. I mean, if you don't want Trump to be president, you're going to vote for the person who's not Trump. That's the only reason Joe Biden got in office. Let's be honest about that now.
But
it wasn't a vote for Joe Biden; it was a vote against Trump. And
but again, like I said, that is called political ignorance. Why? You're not supposed to be voting for the person, you're voting for policies. And no president introduces policy. So why they can get up and say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to set this. No, you're not. You can't do shit without somebody writing the fucking damn bill and getting it passed. So all that shit is a fucking wish list. With these presidents that get selected, and I hope everybody know by this time, that these presidents are selected. They're not elected. Your vote does not count in national politics. So if you still believe that your vote matters in national politics, then you a new fool, because is a reason why the Democrats have super delegates. Is a reason why Kamala got put in this position right here without the democratic process being done. So let's get, if we get past all the tomfoolery, we can get down to the nitty gritty of all the bullshit, in which none of them gonna do nothing at all.
But the reality is one of those candidates is going to be the president of the United States, and one of them got the pen. And here's what I think about the president: he has the pen. He can say, "Yay, this is what we're going to do." He can say, "No, this is what we ain't going to do." And that is the difference. That's the difference the president make. What policies that you are mostly aligned with. And for me, I think Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, the infrastructure bill. It added a lot of jobs to the economy.
There's a lot of that's what I be talking about, being careful with repeating what you hear others say. There are a lot of policies that have been done under Joe Biden. And so when you say that, you contradict the ignorance, the statement you make about people being politically ignorant, because if you knew that,
I didn't say anybody was politically ignorant, because I said people are politically ignorant if they're choosing a candidate over personality versus policy.
Okay, all right. So
and the one thing you'll know about me, I don't listen to talking points. I don't regurgitate talking points. I do my own research. I listen to independent outlets. I don't just listen to MSNBC. I don't get my downloads from them. I get my downloads from other places.
But I'm afraid of the independent outlets, because
you can be afraid of them, but I tell you what the independent outlet does is the independent outlet has been more honest than the mainstream outlets have been.
So let me ask you this question. If our votes really didn't matter and the people were selected, I've heard that bullshit for 50 years.
Okay.
If the people are selected, right?
Yeah.
Then why is it that white folks have wrapped around voting polls all of our lives, and it always went in their favor because we believed in what you just said, so we didn't go to the polls. So possibly that may have been a myth to keep us to doing what they wanted us to do, which is not vote. There's a reason that white folks wrap around the polls. There's a reason. And then we showed that there is a difference when we turn Georgia into a blue state by us voting in record numbers. So something is happening against what this rumor thing about, the president and all this stuff.
Sir, it's not a rumor. And those that's wrapping around the polls, they could be ignorant to the fact too.
I had a question.
Okay.
Jermaine, how y'all doing?
Good.
Do you believe that the presidents are, pre-selected or already determined? We just going through the processes of all of it, the campaign and all that stuff. Like, is it already set up? Like, they already know?
They already know who's going to push their agenda. The only thing the people are for there is the illusion of choice. If the people didn't have the illusion of choice, it would be anarchy. So they have to keep this illusion of, your vote matters. Yeah, your vote matters. The only way your vote matters is locally, from your local up until maybe the governor. Other than outside of that, your vote don't fucking matter, because they have their agenda. We can see their agenda playing out. I don't understand how people don't understand that we had more wealth coming out of Reconstruction before the Voting Act. We had Black Republicans. We had black elected officials. We had all kind of shit before the Voting Act was even in place. So that debunks all this other bullshit that people be talking about. Well, we didn't
So you
have
don't vote.
this, that before the Voting Act.
So you just don't vote in the presidential election?
No, because I know it doesn't matter. Here's the thing. Why there's the electoral college that tells you, do you know your electors in your state?
I mean,
does anybody know their electors in their state? No, they don't know their electors. So they making the vote. They're listening. They're taking your little popular vote, and then they can debunk your popular vote. If that was the case, Hillary Clinton would have won in 2016 if your vote mattered, because she won the popular vote. But the popular vote has never selected a president, except for I think maybe one time in the history of the fucking United States, and I can't remember who it was, but I'm sure it was before the electoral college.
I get your point, but the reason you know why they have electoral colleges, right? You know why they have electoral colleges, right?
Yes,
it's set up to keep the states like California, New York
from overflow.
Yeah, to just continue to decide over the little states like Maine. You know, they wanted to give the smaller states a stake in the election.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? That way 3 or 4 states can't determine, you know, the most populated states like California, New York, and Florida. They don't every year. They don't determine who wins the election. So now they give electors to each state has electors. Some have more than others.
I get that. But at the end of the day, whatever.
That's how the electoral college is set up, right? So
yes.
California has a large amount. Texas and New York has a large amount of electors because they have a large population, right? So if you win that state, you get all of those electors. But a state like Maine and New Hampshire, they have small. They have like 2, 3, 4, 5 electoral. So if you win those states, you get those. So that was put in place to keep the large state from dominating the smaller guys, to get those guys to stay.
I get it, Robert. Robert, I get that. I understand that. But does that mean they can trump does that mean they listen to the populace in their state?
Yeah, Georgia decided an election, the last election, right?
Yeah.
And what Trump say? I need X amount of votes.
Right.
That means those votes counted, right? That means he needed those votes.
Okay.
So I kind of get what you're saying. I know we all get upset with the
political process.
Political process.
I don't get upset. I just call out the hypocrisy of it.
You know, you have a right for your opinion, but these people are fighting to keep you from voting for a reason.
How they explain to me, and again, like my man just said, is rhetoric that everybody always spew. How are they trying to keep you from voting? Because somebody said that in the comments.
They keep changing election laws.
Okay, name one. Name one. Name one.
And then don't forget, from before civil rights on up through civil rights and all the killings and lynchings for us not to vote and beating. Why is that? There's a reason for that.
Name one policy that keeps you from voting.
I think you are entitled to your opinion, but everybody else.
No, we haven't. I mean, but if we having a discussion and you lay out saying, well, they trying to keep you from voting, tell me something that they trying to do that's keeping you from voting today.
Well, in Georgia, they passed a law to where you can't even give out water and people.
The governor put
So you mean to tell me, if you in a line at the voting booth or the voting station, and I come up with 100 bottles of water and I start handing them out, I'm gonna get arrested?
I don't know if you're gonna get arrested, but it's not allowed, because Kemp put that in place this last time. That's when when he had the people in private passing the bill before anybody.
And then they wanted to change the law because a lot of black churches, they was busing people to the polls, right? They was busing people to the polls. So Republicans come in now, you can't do that because a lot of people was getting to the polls because they went to church that Sunday and they got busted to the poll. So and you know, it's just a lot of little things, man, that they try to.
I think we got
put in place, bro.
I think we got off the topic a little bit.
I asked you what you thought of the Joe Biden dropping out of the Harris situation. You went down that rabbit hole. You went down the rabbit hole.
What stance are you on? Like, what side are you on, Jermaine? Or you don't have one?
I mean, Harris has been a bad candidate, and she's still a bad candidate. They didn't like her before, and they don't like her now. I mean, hell, she didn't even win her fucking damn state. And as my man said, it wasn't her time. It was some divine shit that was going on. No, it wasn't her time. It wasn't her time because she was a shit ass fucking damn candidate. She couldn't even win her damn state. You know who got more votes than her to make it to the primary? Elizabeth Warren got more black votes than she did.
That was then, Jermaine. What's your point?
What has she done from 2019 to now that say, oh, we want her vote? Because before they weren't even talking about her until Biden got Biden started.
Jermaine,
hold on, wait. Let me finish my point. Before Biden started declining, she was the VP. They weren't even thinking about her taking his spot. They were talking about Gavin Newsom. They weren't even talking about her until he fucking ass started declining. So what are we talking about?
So
what's your point?
This is what we're talking about. So we're not in a perfect world, right? So we don't have outstanding candidates. So when you don't have an outstanding candidate and you live in a society, you live in America where you have to vote in order to get something done for the people, then you have to vote between those two that are going head to head. We know that we don't want Trump for so many obvious reasons. So in a situation like that, we can't help but vote for the other person that has a better resume than Trump. She's done more than Trump politically. Okay. She has an outstanding career, no matter we like some of the things she did or not. All we know about Trump is he inherited wealth and he's done a lot of fucked up business deals and he disrespects women and he wants to be a dictator over a country. So the point is, who you gonna vote for? That's the bottom line. It's between those two, and that's what we're dealing with. I can't hear him.
He's on the move now.
I'm sorry. Can y'all hear me?
Okay.
Yeah, we hear you now. Okay. Yeah, so like you say, Dante, we have two choices. Maybe I don't know if Kennedy. I don't know what Kennedy trying to do, but we basically have two choices, you know, and we have to choose which one we, you know, like the best or hate the most. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, either way you look at it, you either gonna vote against this guy or you're gonna vote for this person. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way it has been.
And not voting goes to somebody. Not voting counts towards somebody. You know, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. You know.
But I respect Jermaine's take on it. I think it come from a lot of years of frustration. Yeah, I see a lot of brothers. Yeah, I see a lot of brothers out here. You know, they out here touting Trump. You know, Trump this, Trump that. Yeah. I mean, come on, man. All the stuff I mean, what Trump, he has bad policy. He's a bad man in it with bad policy. So you know what I'm saying?
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear you. So a lot of brothers are frustrated with the Democratic Party, and they're getting out of the pot and jumping into the frying pan. That's how I look at it.
Well, I think we all should be disappointed with not just the Democratic Party, but with the Republican Party as well. I mean, we spend so much time blaming two parties, which is messed up, that we the only well-developed country in the world, and we the only one that have a two-party system. So we have to choose between every 4 years is, hey, we got to choose the lesser of two evils. But don't y'all think that's fucked up? Y'all, we so mad at the candidates in the party instead of the system that got us. Is the fucked up system that got us Trump. But nobody wanted to talk about the system that's messed up. They just want to talk about Trump.
We have more than two parties.
Two viable parties, man. You know damn well.
You say
You know,
viable, so
you know damn well they're not gonna put they've been blocking independents from getting on ballots for years. So
if they get if they can get the numbers, they can get on the ballots.
Yeah. I think the third parties is the problem is they wait till election time to start talking.
No, but that's what y'all missing the plane on that one, because it ain't just the votes that count. You got to have a lot of money, and most independent, they get grassroots. They don't have enough money to even get on the stage. When you got Democrats that have all these donors and lobbyists that's backing them and putting millions of dollars into their campaigns to get onto that stage. So it ain't just about the votes; it's about money as well. So if you're an independent and all your money coming from grassroots, from working people who can't afford to fucking damn give to your campaign, that's what you get.
So who do you blame for that? Like, I mean, you blame
it's the system. Take money out of if you take money out of politics, then that'll solve a lot of that problem. But they won't take money out of politics, because most if not all of these politicians are getting money, backdoor money, from these lobbyists.
Jenny, you got anything you want to
add? Just listening. It just sounds like Jermaine's belief is that it's like he was saying, it's an illusion. We're just going through the processes of, thinking we have power to choose someone, but the choices that we have are, the circumstances. To us, it seems like, well, Biden, stepping down, or Kamala coming in. It's like, do you feel like that's set up too? Like with the whole.
I kind of get what Jermaine. Hold on, Jermaine. I kind of get what Jermaine's saying. I kind of get what Jermaine's saying, but what Dante said, the choices are the choices.
Right. What we have to ask ourselves is, how has voting benefited us as a community, not individuals? Because of course we have wealthy pockets of individuals, but as a community, as a whole, how has voting helped us? How have we benefited? How have we gone forward? Because I've said this many a times, we had more wealth coming out of slavery, out of Reconstruction, than we have now. So how can you explain that? How can that be explained?
Well, but see, that's not the thing is, we have benefited from voting, because if you look at all the stuff that Trump tried to revert,
see, you always talk about, y'all always got to go back to Trump. I'm talking about he's not the only president. He's not the only fucked up president that we didn't have.
Now, Jermaine. He's running now, Jermaine.
No, what I'm telling you is that what I'm telling you is that so many people they forget all of the things that we have benefited from through voting and policies, affirmative action, the hope scholarships. There's a lot of people that went to college that couldn't afford to go to college because of voting and lobbying. There's a plethora of things that we have benefited from voting for the candidate that's for the people. But when you consume yourself with a lot of rhetoric, with a lot of stuff that goes, because like, I understand your frustration. I'm with you on some of it. Whether it's this side or that side. But the point is, what happens is when you consume yourself with it, it works against the people. So let me give you another example of why that theory isn't necessarily so. So if you look at all the trickery and the methodic behaviors that they have put out there to keep us from voting or voting one way, there's a purpose to it. So when Bush Jr., I'm gonna wait till he comes back on. So when Bush Jr. ran for president, right? This method was going on before him, but it became more prevalent once he was in office. When he ran for the second term, and he started speaking of religion and speaking of godliness and prayer and going after the black church. He went after the black population because he needed black votes. Because if y'all remember, Bush held the worst record as president way before Trump was even thought about, right? But what he did was he's the one that pushed that faith-based initiative that got all of the mega churches all over America to convince their congregation to vote for Republican so that they would win the ticket. So if voting doesn't matter, why so much effort and money is put behind manipulation? Because I know personally, I went to one of these mega churches, and I know that pastor got $2 million of free untaxed money from convincing a congregation of 20,000 to vote toward Bush. And that's the type of thing that's been happening. There's all kind of manipulative tricks that they've been doing to get us to either vote a certain way or to not vote at all. And so all I'm saying is there's a reason. You got to look at that. There's a purpose behind all that. If voting didn't count, if voting didn't matter, Georgia hadn't been a blue state in hell since we've been born. We turned it blue because of the record number of people that went and voted in that direction. So I understand all the way that we feel about this is chosen and this is picked and things like that, but it's too much evidence that goes kind of against that. And then again, back to where we are right now, this point we're making now, you only have two candidates. You got one that's intelligent, that I have a little confidence in, that can help run a country, plus the people that's going to be in her corner to support, and then you have an idiot. And so bottom line is which one, if we're going to live in this country, we can't go to Mars or Pluto. We don't live in another country. If we're going to live in the US of A, who you going to vote for if you're going to vote between the two that you have to deal with? And that's
I'm not saying I'm voting for Trump. I'm not saying I'm going to participate in the national election, but I tell you what, one candidate didn't take us to war, didn't start a new war. I know another candidate that under their watch, they started 5 new wars and counting.
Which wars are those?
Ukraine, a proxy war in Ukraine and Russia.
We're not in that war. We just funding Ukraine.
A proxy war between Ukraine and Russia. If you don't know that we had something to do with that war, then you need to do some more research.
Okay, tell me something bad about Trump. Tell me something bad about Trump.
We're starting a war with Iran. We're trying to start a war with Saudi Arabia. We're trying to start a war with China. I mean, well, damn. You say, tell you something about Trump. Trump had some terrible policies. Trump had terrible policies.
Name them.
But again, like I said, these candidates come in and they tell you all the stuff that they're gonna do. And they don't have the power to do that shit. Only power they got is executive, is their pen. And when Biden got in, he used his pen not for the black people that he said he put well, I gotta thank y'all and I'm gonna look out for y'all. When he got elected, all that bullshit he said, he ain't did shit. The first thing he did was do an Asian hate bill.
He only gave 15 million as HBCUs. So I guess that ain't nothing.
Yeah, and the Asian hate bill.
Billion, 15 billion.
And Trump Trump fund HBCUs?
It was like a drop in the budget compared to 15 billion. That's my point.
But he did something though, right?
He did something, but it was
you can't pick and choose.
You know what else he did? You know what else he did though? You know
You
what else
can't pick and choose though.
You know what else? You know
You
what
can
else
pick
he
and
did?
choose.
Right?
You can pick and choose between 250 million versus 15 billion. That's a no-brainer, bro.
I'm about to bust his head wide open. Do you know what else he did too? He cut the funding of the Pell Grants and everything also.
Yeah, he did.
And
Yeah,
who
he
uses those?
Yeah,
I said
that's my point. That's my point.
Cut it out. Cut it out. You ain't gonna get away with that with me. Because I know.
Hold up. First of all, I said he had some fucked up policy. That was the first thing I said. But you can't say he didn't do. I mean, you can't say he did.
Sit there. Yeah, but you can't also say he did something great with the fucking with the money he gave
I didn't say great. Did I say he did something great? I didn't say he did great. I said he funded it. I said he funded the HBCUs. I said he funded the HBCUs.
Why mention it then?
Bro,
Why mention it?
Why mention Trump at all? Name something that the damn Biden did that they're gonna do without mentioning Trump.
Because
Name
Trump
something.
is running. If Trump were running for president, we wouldn't give a damn.
But it's funny, they told y'all to hate Trump because before he ran for president, everybody loved Trump. Everybody loved Trump.
Listen,
Everybody
I'm from
loved
New
Trump
York.
before he ran for president. Everybody.
I know what Trump
I
did.
never loved
I'm
Trump.
not talking about somebody who's affected. I'm talking about all these celebrities and shit that's telling y'all to hate Trump. They loved him before he became president.
I don't know. Steve Harvey didn't say hate him
Until he showed his true colors. And then
he was hanging with the Clintons. He was hanging with the Clintons. He was hanging with the Clintons, hanging with all the elites.
He was hanging with everybody that had money, but he was never a political candidate in my head. And even he was shocked. Even he was shocked and blown out of his mind that people actually voted for him. He couldn't believe it.
But shouldn't that speak louder to how did a game show host beat a fucking damn elected official that's been there for 50 years?
Well, if that's the case, how did Reagan get in the office?
You know why he won, Jermaine? You know why he won? Because people didn't think people were stupid enough to vote for that fool, and they stayed at home. And they stayed at home. And then the next election, everybody knew people were stupid enough to vote for Donald Trump, so they got out and vote.
Well, I tell you what though, I ain't gonna keep going back and forth. Y'all, if y'all love Harris, vote for it. See how that works for you.
It's not about loving somebody, Jermaine. We got two choices. We got to choose one, man.
Hey, all I'm saying is participate and see how I get you. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I think she has a great shot. I do.
You want to speak? Are you enthusiastic about?
I mean, my thoughts about all of it is it's gonna be what it's gonna be, but I am excited about it because I want to see how it's gonna turn out. Like,
you want to see the shit show. I understand, Jenny. I got you. I understand.
I'm gonna tell you this last thing though. I'm gonna tell you this right here though. I encourage you, brother, and everybody. I encourage you. Go and look into the White House archives and see exactly what the Biden administration has done. Because I'm gonna tell you, I've heard this all before with Obama. 90% of black folks that's uninformed think that Obama didn't do a damn thing for black people. And I got not true. I got it right. I got 4 or 5 pages in my book that shows every single thing that man did for black people, including freeing 1,000 black men before he left office. And nobody talks about that because we're so conditioned to following what all the hype is. And the hype is usually the bullshit and the inaccurate stuff and stuff that has no validity to it, no solid foundation of truth to it. And I just encourage you, for truth without any doubt, go to the archive of the White House and you can see exactly what Biden has done that has benefited us. Now, it may not be a lot of stuff. It may not be a whole lot of stuff, but there are some things that and policies that we have benefited from and now benefiting from. And that's all. That's all I want to give with that.
Stanford, you want to comment on this before we hop to something else?
People want to fall for the okie doke, man. You give a couple of black people a few crumbs and they think that they can sit there and they think they made it. I look at things from a whole generational perspective, years and years ahead of us. It ain't nothing to do with what's going on right now. Mm-hmm. My personal feelings about Trump is because of the fact that I go way back when he did that and took that op-ed against the Central Park 5. When he sat there and he took the op-ed out talking about, they did it, they need to be convicted, and they was innocent. My thing with Trump is the fact that he sat there and ran an organization that was racist in New York about who can get into them buildings. If they were black, they couldn't get into those buildings. My thing with Trump is the fact that the Starlight City in Brooklyn, my home fucking borough, where he sat there and let them damn things become a slum damn thing because he didn't pay for certain things that need to be paid for with the upkeep of the buildings. My thing with Trump is the fact that he sat there and went on and did a lot of different things as far as talking about veterans. For instance, you gonna sit there and I wasn't gonna vote for McCain or nothing else like that. But you don't sit there and say the man was a loser because he got captured. Yeah. What kind of wild shit is that? Yeah. That's the kind of guy y'all like.
Yeah.
Y'all like that because he gave you a 10% cut on your taxes.
Who
Or
is
some
y'all?
crazy whack shit like that.
Who is y'all?
That expired.
I know that.
I think a lot of
pick
people.
up the HBCUs.
I
He
think
gave
people
them
listen to
money.
your rhetoric,
He gave
Jermaine, and
them
they
money,
automatically
but he
think
cut the
you were for
Pell.
Trump.
He cut the Pell Grants though.
Yeah.
And who
But
uses the
that's
Pell
the
Grants?
ignorance of the shit.
I'm just
uses the
saying. I'm
Pell
just saying
Grants?
that's just the
Come on,
optics of
man.
it, you know.
And that's
If
just
you,
the beginning of it.
But that's stupid though.
I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It
Y'all
is what it
continue
is. I
on with
mean,
the he
and that's
gets
the
them to
thing
me
about
right now
voting.
shit. See how far I
People are
get.
voting. People, you won't believe people are voting for so many different reasons. And like you say, a lot of people are voting against Trump. It's not a vote for Kamala. It's a vote against Trump, just like it was with Biden. It was a vote against
They
Trump.
emotional, man. You can't vote with it.
Hey,
You make ain't nobody
people
ever
vote
made
on
good
emotions.
decisions emotional. Ain't
You,
nobody
you,
ever
She
made
ain't gonna
good
win though.
decisions when they're emotional.
your
She's
reason
not
Nobody.
for
gonna win.
voting. Your reason for voting is your reason for voting.
No,
Yeah, she
no,
is.
my the point I made was nobody has ever made a good decision when they was induced by emotion.
I mean, it's all about emotions, man.
So
No, but it
do
can't
y'all
be
think
about
that
emotion.
she has a
No,
chance just
I get
because of
what
who
he's saying.
she's
I
running
get what he's
against?
saying. He's
Is
right
that
though
what
on
y'all
that part.
saying?
What you say?
So do y'all think that she has more of a chance because of who she's running against? So if she was running against someone else, y'all don't think she would have a shot?
Well, I think her chances are better with Trump
Better,
because
yeah. That's a good
he
question. Yeah, better with
you
Trump.
know,
Because I mean, we don't have anybody powerfully political right now. So
We
to
do,
answer
but she
your
doesn't.
question,
We
yes,
do,
she
but
does
she
have.
doesn't want to run.
Hmm.
We do, but she really don't want. I'm gonna tell you who he'll lose to. He'll lose to Michelle Obama.
Yeah,
That's who he would lose to.
you would.
Yeah.
Definitely. And guess what, Jermaine? You know it.
Yeah, you would.
I don't know anything.
Yeah, all right. All right.
this is a lot. This is a live feed in Atlanta, man, and it's like crazy. She has a whole arena. You know, Trump might have a few
Yeah,
people behind him. I mean, it's like a phenomenon, man, with her now, man, and a lot of people behind her. You know,
yeah,
and a lot of people hating on it, man. I'm gonna be
yeah.
honest about it, man. She has energized the party like it kind of like Obama level, man. And
Yeah.
in this arena she in, man, this is a basketball arena. This ain't no
Oh.
this is a college arena, I think. This
Hey,
ain't
I
no
wish I wish I
somebody's
wish somebody could
backyard.
be there. I wish somebody could be there and count how many times she say Trump.
I don't think she's gonna win though, to be honest.
You want to listen to it?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah, I will let you listen to it for a second. Can y'all hear that?
I hear
Mhm.
her. I hear her. I think she's full of crap too, though.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. The other thing is, with her being the candidate, she's going to have a lot of strong people in her corner, um, politically. That's going to help kind of guide her in things like that. I mean,
She gonna need it.
she's got a better support system of running the country than Trump would.
I don't know because Trump has a lot of those companies who don't want certain regulations in their business either.
Hmm.
So that might be an issue. So
So Stanford, you think Trump is gonna lose?
I think Trump's gonna win against her.
Okay.
That's what I think.
I don't think it's gonna be an election.
What you think? What?
It's gonna be wild either way. That's why I'm
Yeah.
just like,
She's gonna lose to Trump. It's not gonna be by a big margin though.
I think she's gonna upset Trump, man. I think she's gonna upset
Yeah,
Trump.
yeah, because what's
Right.
happening right now is it's trending.
And you can tell he's getting desperate. He's getting.
yeah.
I've never seen Trump on the defense like he had. I ain't seen him on the defense in a minute, man. He's on the defense, and let's talk a little bit about his running mate, man, who's a nutcase in itself. JD Vance. He don't think women without kids should have a stake in the election anyway. So
He said women without kids.
yeah,
Yeah.
women. If you don't have kids, he don't think you should
Have a
have
say-so.
much say so in how America is, how to
When
determine
did he say
American
that?
land.
I ain't hear him say that. He said that for real.
Yeah.
I know he said
He
Yeah.
did.
I know he was
What did
against
he
Trump
call
though.
them?
He didn't
Cat
like Trump at
ladies,
one point.
childless cat ladies. What did he say?
He called them
He called them cat
ladies. He called them
Childless cat ladies. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and now they want to replace him already. I think Trump. They want to try to get Trump to
Yeah,
replace
they're
him.
talking about getting another person, another runner-up, but
I mean, that was
it's
very
just
offensive.
it's just a mess. It's just so much confusion and chaos surrounding Trump. You know, it's just you know.
Man, the empire is crumbling, man.
Actress Jennifer Aniston. You know, she's not one of those actors in Hollywood known for her political activism, but the Friends star did come out firing in response to comments made by Republican vice presidential nominee JD Vance. In 2021 interview, Vance said the country was being run by, quote, childless cat ladies who are miserable in their own the rest of
That's why.
people too. He added that childless people have no direct stake in America. Vance went on to mention Kamala Harris by name. Aniston posted this to social media, quote, I truly can't believe this is coming from a potential VP of the United States. All I can say is, Mr. Vance, I pray that your daughter is fortunate enough to bear children of her own one day. I hope she will not need to turn to IVF as a second option. You are trying to take that away from her too. In 2002, the 55-year-old gave a candid interview to Allure magazine about fertility and IVF struggles during her 30s and 40s.
So yeah, I don't know why they picked him. You know, I thought they were gonna get a job to your boy in South Carolina, Jermaine. he did so much. He kissed so much Trump butt, man, that I thought he had too much doo on his lip. So Trump didn't like him.
he just as unlikable as Kamala is. Shit.
No,
You know the reason why.
I think Kamala has won ahead of Trump in most polls in most of the key states already.
Yeah.
And she hadn't had they hadn't had the convention yet.
Yeah, she's trending, so that's.
I mean, they got thousands of people. They got thousands of people on Zoom call. They had an all white woman Zoom call for Kamala. They had a white dude Zoom call. They had a HBCU Zoom call. And it just it's almost like a phenomenon, man. So I think I think this is it, man. She gonna do it. And you know how most people once they see a lot of people like somebody, then they gonna like them too.
Yeah.
You know, so
yeah.
The reason why he picked DeSantis in Florida, everybody thought he was gonna pick DeSantis, is because he can't control DeSantis.
Yeah.
See, JD Vance, he probably can control. He can't control DeSantis. I don't like
DeSantis.
I don't like DeSantis either.
And JD Vance compared him to Hitler. So I totally didn't get that, man.
He couldn't stand him. But see, opportunity, that's how they work. See, opportunity came knocking, and they ain't love it.
Ain't that something?
Okay, man. Let's get into another topic, man. We're gonna talk about Tonya Massey, who died at the hands of a cop, man. I don't know if y'all heard about this yet, man.
That's sad.
Let me play a little video so in case y'all didn't know about this story. Let me see which one. I'm gonna play this one right. I'm gonna play. Let me see. Yeah, this is like the this is like right before she got shot. This is a body cam. This is the body cam of the cop. You know, they're trying to get her to come to the door. So a lot of folks just play when he shot him, trying to play a little bit of leading up to it. So it took her a second to come to the door.
Sheriff's office. Two houses down. Oh no, it's there.
Oh, let's see what's going wrong.
Go ahead.
Oh man, that's
Hey, Latina, how are you?
Hold on, I gotta bring up her.
Hey.
Hey,
Yeah, we just
y'all.
not getting on. Hey, what's up? We just not getting on the topic of Tonya Massey, the young lady got murdered by the cop.
Yeah, that was horrible, and she was murdered. It was
Yeah,
horrible, and we
she
have
was.
to figure out ways to stop these kind of incidents from happening to us.
Right.
But I'm just chiming in. I'm about to get into my lift to go home, and I was just chiming in to let y'all know I'm still out here.
It's good to see you.
Good to see y'all.
Yeah.
I'll try to get in next Tuesday. I had to work late today, so I'm about to hop in this lift about 2 minutes. So
Okay, good to see you.
Yeah.
Long
good to
time no
see
see.
y'all. I'll be
You,
back, y'all, soon.
you got that
Okay.
book ready?
All right, Louise. I've been
All right. Have a
keeping
good night,
tabs on your
y'all.
stuff too.
I'm still working on my book and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm still on it, y'all.
Okay.
All right. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right,
Later.
huh? Bye.
Oh,
All right. Bye-bye.
that's not your black car in the driveway? Oh, well, we checked your yard. We walked around the whole block. We didn't see anybody. Right? We don't. We checked the whole area. There's nobody out walking around.
I know, y'all. Please, God, please, God. I'm trying to get help, y'all, but
What do you need help with?
nothing. Please, God, please, God, please. I don't know what to do.
Do with what?
Huh?
What do you need help with?
Nothing.
I think at some point that you have to understand that she's acting some kind of mental
I heard
issue.
somebody outside.
Yeah, we checked your house. We checked your backyard. I walked all the way through all these backyards. We checked your front yard. We didn't see nobody. Yeah, so nobody's out here.
You didn't see anybody?
Nope. Nope.
Oh,
Checked the whole area.
okay.
What took you so long to answer the door?
Oh, I was trying to put on some clothes, sir. I'm sorry. I was trying to get
I got you. All right. Is there anything else we can do for you?
Huh?
Is there anything else I can do for you?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. All right. You doing all right mentally?
Yes.
Sure.
My medicine and stuff.
All right. Okay.
I love y'all. Thank y'all.
All right. That's not your black car though. SUV. Whose is it?
And see, at this point, she told him,
You don't know. It's someone
just
parked
leave,
it in
man.
your
You know what I'm
driveway?
saying?
They brought it to my driveway.
And just left it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's run that. Yeah. 19, I got a 24.
Run the tag and let her go on back inside.
David
Yeah.
Mary 43556. You got a name? You got an idea or something? Take your name real quick.
That mother's on the 4th of July. Hit the way. This had to happen on the 4th.
Mm-hmm.
Simple.
Those must be fireworks or something.
What he
Yeah.
going inside for?
I missed why they went in.
And she called him. She called the cops herself.
Yeah. Like,
she-
how did they wind up in her home? Though, like, I missed
Because
how
she
they
was
wound up
gone.
walking
They
in.
were supposed to be leaving.
Hello?
Right.
Yeah, I need. I got the sheriff department here, but I was calling for help from y'all. They're here in my house right now.
Okay, how long you gonna talk to them?
No, hold on. Wait a second, sir.
You can hang up, Conwell. That's good.
For what? You're there with the deputy, correct?
No, hold on, okay?
You can hang
Hold
up.
on for what?
Just 1 second, okay? Okay.
What's up?
I got some paperwork. Can you grab that Bible, please?
Yeah. Hey, I just need your name so we can get out of here. Was there any damage previous to your car?
Previous, yeah, it
Okay,
was
what was the damage?
a dent, I believe.
What about windows?
Oh, it was something that happened earlier.
Okay, perfect. What is your last name? Shouldn't have to think about your last name. You're not in trouble. I just need to attach.
Massey.
Huh?
Massey.
You have an ID? That'd make things so much easier. I just need just driver's license will do, and I'll get out of your hair.
That's another mistake they made. She don't have to give them my ID.
Well, just get your ID. Well, let's get your ID first, and then one task at a time here.
Okay. Let me
Here, grab your ID for me.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Your ID, one task at a time. So let's do an ID, and then you can dig around for your paperwork.
I don't know where my ID
You
is.
have
that stack right there, maybe.
1 second.
check on her.
Let me get this.
No, we don't need a
Yeah,
file.
overwhelming that lady. Get out that lady house. That's so damn stupid.
Let me see.
Damn.
Okay. Where you going?
Huh?
Where you going?
Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from my hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Oh, I would rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Huh?
Rebuke you in the name of
You better fucking not. I swear to God, I'll fucking shoot you right in your fucking face.
No.
Drop the fucking pot! Drop the fucking pot!
Are you serious?
Drop the fucking pot!
19 shots fired.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Drop the fucking pot!
In pot? Oh.
And she set the pot down.
Bring emails now. We got a headshot wound to the female. Headshot wound to the female. 1078.
You dumb motherfuckers. I get so sick of this, man.
I was on.
Over a pot. If that was a white woman with a pot, I don't care if it was hot water in it. They wouldn't have shot that.
That's a headshot.
And you know, you can tell she had some probably mental issues, and they knew that.
Yeah, it was obvious.
God, fuck.
She was mental enough to know that her mother had the demons in her.
Yeah, I mean, just
Right.
idiots, man. I
Yeah.
get so sick of seeing that, man. Just idiots.
Yeah, that was that was a lot of hate in their voice. You could hear it when the guy
Yeah.
was talking to her from the beginning.
Yeah,
So
it didn't even require that kind of hostility. She had a pot back out. Y'all was in there too long anyway. She was no threat. You know, nobody else was in the house. Get out of the woman's house.
Yeah.
It didn't even require any more questioning. Just leave her alone.
yeah, it was unfortunate because in the beginning, like if you remember listening, he was asking her about her mental health.
Right.
And it's like at this point, if she's saying stuff that kind of is off the wall, like what she said, then he didn't have to react that way. So
Right.
like when you say it woke up the demons in him when she said in the name of Jesus. So she was just
Yeah.
like she woke some up in him because he did something that was so unnecessary. So that upset me when I saw that. So
Yeah, so because at some point you got to know. Okay, some ain't.
Yeah.
She got mental issues.
Of course.
We checked that. We checked out what we had to check out.
Yeah.
Then let's go. That's all they had to do. And they just
Exactly.
but they always do. They just keep pushing the issue.
They just push.
You know what I'm saying? Who car is that? Is that your car?
Right.
No, that's not my car.
Exactly.
And then
How long it been there? I don't know. Okay,
And
can we come in? Yeah. You got ID? Yeah.
If they suspected she had mental issues, they could have left and then had people watch the house or
Right.
send someone there another time and stuff. She didn't look suicidal, nothing like that.
Mm-mm.
So
And then they told her to go take the pot out the stove. I mean,
Yeah.
hell, y'all the one told to take the pot out the stove.
But then after he shot her, he was still saying, put the pot down, but he had already shot her. So that was
And
weird.
she had already set the pot down before she set the pot down and then got on her knees with her hands up and said, please don't, please. Then they still shot her.
now, do you know there's a guy named, I think his name was Rashad Ritchie, I think his name is.
Yeah,
He was-
Rashad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he also put another video out there where afterwards he was like, "Yeah, she a crazy bitch."
Yeah, he's
the officer, yeah.
That's what he said. And guess what?
Yeah.
When the video came out, it was the cop saying that. I was
Yeah,
like, "Oh, that's messed up."
he
You
said
gonna face his
Yeah, before he shot, he said, I'm gonna shoot you in your motherfucking face. I mean, dude, you went for a headshot on a, you know what I'm saying, on a woman with some mittens on. She had the pot mittens on her hand.
Yeah.
You went for a headshot.
I saw the spirits in that because his tone, his voice, the way he was talking was so like hate. It was so much hate in his voice. And the other cop didn't really sound that way, but it was in his voice, so it wasn't gonna end well.
And he shouldn't have been on the force. Let me play this video. He shouldn't have been on the force. They just go to show you these white cops. They give them plenty chances to keep their job.
We're learning
man.
new details about the former deputy who was fired after the deadly shooting of a black woman in Illinois. Tonya Massey called 911 saying she suspected a possible intruder outside her home. Body camera video shows deputies responding to Massey's house. Shots were fired after she picked up what appears to be a pot of boiling water from her stove. The family says Massey was unarmed. The former deputy, Sean Grayson, has pleaded not guilty to charges, including first-degree murder. He was arrested and remains in custody. Now, new original reporting from NBC News finds Grayson worked for 6 law enforcement agencies since 2020. That's according to Illinois law enforcement record. Even had his own previous run-ins with the law. NBC News national reporter Janelle Griffith is behind this new reporting. So, Janelle, walk us through what exactly you found out about Grayson's past.
So yes, he actually had pleaded guilty twice to driving under the influence of alcohol, once in 2015 and again in 2016. And one of those times overlapped with when he was enlisted in the Army, and he was released shortly thereafter. He was discharged. And he also, I found at one of those departments, had been disciplined for striking a deer in a police chase that sheriff's office had said was his fault. They said that he had violated a number of department policies in the chase, and he had also faced 2 unsubstantiated complaints by 2 citizens, filed by 2 citizens.
So pretty remarkable findings. And I imagine, Janelle, the family has thoughts about this. What have we heard from the Masseys, as well as their lawyer, who, of course, is prominent civil rights attorney Ben Crump?
Yes. So Ben and Sonia's family are saying, why was this man allowed to work in law enforcement at all? They said he left the Army under questionable circumstances, and he had been pleaded guilty to 2 DUIs himself. So was he the most suitable person to be in a uniform? And they're calling for accountability. And they believe that had he not been a part of the sheriff's office, that Sonia might still be alive right now.
To that end, really briefly, Janelle, have we heard from the sheriff's office on this, on your new reporting?
No, they have not said. Actually, his most recent employer is the only one that has not provided me his records. All 5 other departments have gotten back to me with his personnel files, but the Sangamon County Sheriff's Office has not as of yet.
So this guy probably shouldn't have been on the force anyway, but by him being a white guy, he probably just look past his past, look past his record, and and just give him a job, because I know if it was a black man had these previous charges. It's 2004. They say he's been on 6 forces. That's in 4 years. Then,
4
right?
years. Yes, 4 years.
So he ain't putting in no time nowhere.
Yeah.
So we know you put in the application. They say how long you been on this job.
They keep hiring.
1 year. Okay, how long you been on this job? 1 year. That ain't raising no damn red flag.
Right. Moretta says yes, and they also found out the cop's girlfriend works at a facility where Sonya went for psych care. Now they think he went ready to harm her. That's crazy. Wow. That's crazy.
So I think they got a lawsuit. They're probably gonna end up getting a lot of money. I know they'd rather have their loved one alive, but it's gonna cost that police force a lot of money.
When they start holding the chiefs accountable for the foolishness of those officers, then the chiefs and the higher ups will come down harder on their hiring process, and when they do stupid stuff like that. See, because he shouldn't have been able to get to a 4th precinct, well, 6th precinct in 4 years.
In 4 years.
And they need to start holding the superiors to the fire. And that's what'll make them put a chokehold on these crazy idiot officers, that's doing this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you would think the 3rd police force would say, "But damn, dude, you ain't been on the force, but with them. But what's your reason for leaving?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You got to ask your reason for leaving it.
Right.
When it comes to a police, you got to have his you got to know his past record before you hire him in the first place.
Yeah.
And this guy had DUIs on top of DUIs, and violations and everything with the previous police department.
Yeah, and as a cop, they see this kind of stuff all the time with people that have mental issues. So I believe that he, like Moretta was saying, they said that he went ready to harm her, because I'm just an average person sitting back listening to it. Immediately when they were talking to her at the door, I was like, something's wrong with her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So how could Yeah.
Yeah, you thinking like if I could peep it out, he
Yeah.
should be able to peep it
Yeah.
out. He's
And
there in real
said it.
time. Yeah.
And he said it. He asked you. He asked her, "How's your mental health?" So he knew.
Yeah.
Sad though.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it sometimes they can't control their hate, so it's like a wild animal with a gun. They say it like that, but
Yeah, so you mixing his biases. I'm not even gonna say hate, but I think it's a lot of the officers have biases that stems from their lack of knowledge of other people. You know what I'm saying? You say like he might be a Trump supporter. You listen to all this rhetoric coming in from the people in your circle. You don't get to interact with anybody else. So when you get to a person of a black person's house, you already have these biases in you about these people. You know what I'm saying? About people, about us.
Right.
You got these biases, and you then on top of that, you're ex military guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you're a trained killer. You're not trained.
And you're looking for one little thing so you
Yeah.
can pull your gun.
Yeah.
react.
Yeah. The lady saying, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." Maybe somewhere down the line, these church folks, you black folk, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. That's a threat. That threaten you? You know what I'm saying? I mean, so it's just their lack of knowledge of us and their biases to us, and they hear a lot of things about black people, how these black people are, and how these black people are. So when they encounter somebody black, they have this on their mind, what they've been told about black people.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? And by him being an ex-Marine, I don't know if he's a Marine or not. I know he's a ex-serviceman. You know, he's trained for combat. He's not trained for somebody with mental health.
Right. Yeah, exactly. No.
And they need to add this into their training.
We've been seeing that since Trayvon Martin. They need to. That must be. That should be mandatory for all American forces, all police stations. They need to undergo mental health training to a certain extent when they're approaching it, or at least add a new division or something. I mean, because it just it happens over and over and over again, man. It's just
like you got a special victim unit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
They should have a special victim unit. Soon you detect somebody with mental illness, you call this special victim unit in, and they'll come in and back you up.
That's right.
You know,
they'll know how to talk. They'll know how to handle.
They'll know how to better deal with her.
Yeah.
You know,
it's crazy, man.
Yeah, because it treated her less than human, and that's why it was so devastating. I didn't watching it was hard for me too.
And you know what's so unfair, man, is when these cops do these heinous crimes, man, that they still protect them and put them in prison where they're not among certain population. That's so unfair. Because I'm admit, man, I get sick of seeing cops that do these heinous crimes to black people go to jail, eat steak and potatoes, 3 hots on a cot, nothing happened. Same with Zimmerman, Zimmerman walking around, eating and having fun every day, and it's like nothing happens to them. And I think with no fear being in those guys, that's why we continue to get the abuse. They have no fear. No lesson is learned from them, no matter how much it happens. Even when they go to prison, no lesson is learned, man. They just keep killing us, like it's nothing.
Another thing I think they might need to try. You know, you got the Secret Service. They got these things in their ear, and they listening. Somebody feeding stuff into them. Maybe they should have somebody off site, trying to help them out. In their ears. Listen, this person might have mental issues. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I can't fathom them thinking a woman with a pot of water was a deadly threat. You know what I'm saying?
That lady didn't even weigh 90 pounds, man. I mean, just crazy.
What is it, lightning out there?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I know I'm hearing some thunder somewhere. So what's it going on out there? Somebody popping firecrackers? So I guess the light went off and came back on then. So yeah, man. It's look now my computer My computer blanking out on me. That's probably the Can you hear me, Dante? Yeah, it probably had to reset the Probably had to reset the what you call it? Wi-Fi.
Go to your settings.
No, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I believe my Wi-Fi had to reboot. We in the middle of a thunderstorm, man. So we gonna try to close it down a little early. So you got anything you want to say about anything we saw? It ain't got to be about what we talked about, you know.
Oh man, I mean the dialogue is always good, man. It was good, and I look forward to coming on and giving my little 2 cents, and I think it's great what you're doing, man. Keep doing what you're doing. I love
And
it.
again, y'all go support Dante, man. Go cop the book right there, Impact of America. It's a great read, Dante Charles, Impact of America, man. Y'all go get that book, man. Go get the book, check him out, check my boy out, man. I know a lot of y'all book readers out there. You need a book to read, Impact of America. He got some good stuff inside. Tell him a little bit more about what's inside for you. Get off, man.
just understanding the difference between beliefs and myths and conditioning and just everything. The state of America, where America has placed us condition wise, psychologically, traditions, you name it, religion, race, culture. Just a really good read with informative information. I'm an advocate for truth and solid research-based information. I think that's so important because we get caught up in a lot of stuff. And I tell you, social media has messed us up more than anything in this world, because we now have, like the gentleman spoke on earlier, we have so many outlets delivering news, and all that news isn't solid based information. There's a whole population of media that's going out to people with information that's just totally false information. And it's just so important now, especially in our age and the day and all that we've been through as Black people. We should be no nonsense about bullshit information. We need solid, profound truth and things that are, really effective that we can apply in our everyday life. So,
Deron Lovett wants to know where's your book available at? What can you purchase?
It's on Amazon. It's still on Amazon.com.
And it's a really, really good book. I think this is perfect timing to get it, because with the election coming up, I think this is a good time to read it.
Do they still have paperbacks available? Or it's just
They still have paperback. One publisher was trying to get it for me to do it in hardback, but it's in paperback. It's also on Kindle. I love the software you told me about, where the celebs can read it to you.
Yeah, did you check into it?
Yeah, I did. It's really
Yeah.
Yeah, Snoop reading the book.
How it felt with Snoop Dogg reading your book?
Yeah. So yeah, definitely, it's definitely a good read, and I appreciate the support.
Yeah, so y'all go get Impact of America. If y'all can see the illustration on the book, y'all can kind of get a feel of what it is with the brain and chain,
and you know what? It's not a boring book at all. I've seen books that talk about these kind of things, but it's not boring at all. Like, you'll really enjoy it too. It's not just knowledgeable. It doesn't give you just knowledge and understanding of the things that he's put in there, but it's a little entertaining too.
Little entertaining, history lesson.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit of everything in the book, but overall, it's a great read.
Yep.
And I recommend the book, man. And if y'all want to, y'all can go look at our replay. I interviewed Dante a couple of weeks, maybe couple of months ago. Y'all can go find the interview on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, Overflow Everyday People Show with RL and Jenny, and just search for the interview with him, man. And he's going more in detail on the interview. But man, we appreciate you coming on, man. Taking out your time. I know you must be still on vacation, and I saw your pictures and all that.
Yeah, we just got back, man. We just got back. I saw you were in Hawaii too, man.
Yeah, we was in Hawaii earlier that week. You
Yeah,
know.
that's a good trip too,
So
man. Yeah, I
fun.
love Hawaii. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Okay, man. Enjoy
Keep
it.
doing your thing, my brother.
You too.
All right, now. All right, Jenny, what you got? What you got, Jenny?
I just want to say, with all of the stuff going on in the world, stuff that is going to impact all of us down the line with this election, the story that we just showed about the lady getting shot, like, we just have to take care of each other, pray for each other, take care of your own, take care of others, that ain't your own if you can. We just have to be supportive to each other because there's a lot happening. There's a lot going to continue to happen. So you just got to take care of each other. That's what's on my heart to say.
And thank you, Jenny, for showing up.
You're welcome. It's a long day.
You had me scared for a while. I thought
Oh my gosh, y'all! I had a long day.
I thought I had to run my mouth, man, all by myself, man. All by myself.
I came in tired, but still, I'm glad I jumped on because some good topics. But yeah, it was a long day, but
Yeah.
I'm here.
Well, thank you for showing up. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Thank you, out of your busy schedule. I appreciate you. And y'all, thank y'all for tuning in, man. Y'all tell somebody about the show, man. And if y'all doing something big, if y'all doing something small in a big way, let us know so we can feature y'all on the show. That's what we're about, man. We're about the community. We're about putting our people on. We're about celebrating our own people. So if you know somebody who has a book that they have written, somebody with an organization they want to come on and talk about, whatever, man. You got a business you want to come on and promote, just let us know, man, and we'll bring it you on and you can chop it up right here, man, for free. We ain't even gonna charge y'all for our time because I just want to. We just want to see y'all win, man. Yes. I just want to see somebody win. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to do. So if y'all know somebody with a book, an organization they want to talk about, a business that they want to promote, or just some vital information. You might know something about the pharmaceutical stuff, and you might know something about what we talking about. The nutrition, what they call that?
Holistic care.
You might know somebody who know a lot about holistic care. I would love to know about holistic care and what natural things we could take to make our bodies heal and well. You know what I'm saying? So if you know somebody who does all of that, man, let us know. Tell them about it. Tell them to reach out to us, and we'll give them a whole hour. The last hour of the show, we'll just talk about what they want to talk about and how they want to talk about it. But anyway, man, we're in the middle of a thunderstorm. The lights has already blinked out one time. I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart for tuning in.
Yes,
y'all could be doing a whole lot of stuff.
Yep.
Y'all could be watching the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? But you took the time out to tune in to the Overflow, the Everyday People Show, with your boy RL and who?
Jenny.
Jenny from the block, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, y'all, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And guess what? Tell them, Jenny.
Ain't nothing y'all can do about it.
All right, then. Peace out, y'all.